Hey everybody, it's been a while. 3 weeks since my last update. I am 13 weeks pregnant. As of Wednesday. Today is Saturday, so that makes me about 13 weeks and 3 days. I had been counting Fridays as my day to change over to next week, but I went to an OBGYN and I got a new ultrasound done. They gave me a, catch my breath for a moment. Okay. They gave me a due date of July 31st. And she said that day, pretty much exactly, I was 13 weeks, according to how the baby measured. So, otherwise I would have been 14 weeks yesterday. But, he's a little bit smaller, he's a little bit younger than that, because of the way my cycles were a little bit irregular. So, that's the story. The baby's doing awesome. It was like totally amazing to see him on the ultrasound. I had been like really anticipating this ultrasound because I hadn't seen him since I was 8 weeks pregnant. And he was just like a little kidney bean then. You couldn't even make anything out. But we got a whole bunch of awesome pictures. I'm going to put the link underneath the video to my main Facebook page. I have all his pictures up there. You'll probably be able to see them a little bit better than I can show you on the camera. Because, see, there's like a glare and everything. But this is my baby. You see his little head and his little nose and mouth and his feet kicked up in the air. This is another good shot of him. This one was a 3D. He had his hands up by his face. He was moving around, kicking, and he had his hands in his face and everything. Now, there's something that really cool happened when the technician was pressing the ultrasound thing, like it's like a round plastic thing, you know what I mean, down on my uterus to get a good look at him, and she was pressing on it pretty hard, and I felt like all these bubbles popping underneath it. And I know at 13 weeks they say it's impossible to feel the baby move, but I swear that's what it was. I think because she was putting so much pressure on my uterus, it it compacted it and brought like it closer down to the baby. I was able to feel him moving, and at first I was like kind of skeptical. Well, I wasn't skeptical, I was cautious because I know that they say you really can't feel the baby move that early. But I looked up online, like bubbles popping is that what it can feel like when your baby moves. And yeah, I saw lots of women who said it feels like bubbles popping when they first feel the baby move. And I know that women who are thinner and more petite are able to feel the baby moving sooner. So that's another good indication to me that that's what that was. I haven't really felt that popping sensation since. Although this morning when I rolled over a little bit, I thought I felt something moving. I was laying real quietly in bed this morning. So it's not anything like real distinct, like, oh yeah, I just got kicked. But it's like a sensation of something moving in there. And it's really cool. Now, she did tell me my placenta is in the front, not the back where it usually attaches, but the front, which is totally normal, totally healthy. It's okay to have a frontline placenta, also known as an anterior placenta. But they say it can, depending on how you're built and exactly where the placenta is, it can take longer to feel the baby move because the placenta is acting like a cushion between your uterus and your outer belly. So if the baby's kicking into that, it's kind of like a buffer, and you may not feel it as much. But it really depends how the baby is positioned. So, yeah, I had my first OB visit. I told my mom I'm pregnant and my dad. My mom took it like amazingly well. She has been really, really awesome. And my dad, we haven't actually even talked to him since we told him. My boyfriend and I went over for dinner the day, like 2 days after I told my mom, because she wanted us to go tell my dad in person. I told her on the phone. I wasn't really even like expecting to tell her, but it just came out because she started bringing up all this stuff about my gynecologist, and I just knew I had to tell her. It was like the right moment. So I told my mom, and she told us to come over for dinner and tell my dad together. So we did, and my dad basically said something to the effect of he wished that that this didn't happen so soon, because he really wanted me to have my nursing career started and be more financially secure and further along in my life than I am now. And after that, he was visibly upset, and he said that he wanted to talk to my mom about it. And he went upstairs. And that was it. I haven't seen him since then. I haven't talked to him since then. So I don't really know exactly what's going on with that. But you know, he'll come to accept it in time, I'm sure. We made the announcement over Facebook too, and told basically all my friends. Everyone except for Brian's immediate family, his mom and his dad, know. They live far away, and he just hasn't really worked up the nerve to tell them over their phone. So I'm being very patient about that. It's not really that big of a deal to me. Let's see, what else? Symptoms, so much better. No nausea. My nausea stopped completely when I was around what I was counting as 11 weeks, which was really more like a little over 10 weeks. That went away completely. And that feeling of like being absolutely starving, like every hour, and getting nauseous if I didn't eat, that went away. I started getting headaches. I get them like maybe once or twice a week. I get a bad headache. The first couple times I got them, Tylenol knocked it right out. I had to take 2 of them, but it helped. Yesterday I got one. I took 3 Tylenol. It still didn't go away. It didn't go away until I got a good night's sleep. So that was kind of annoying, kind of uncomfortable. Heartburn. I've been getting like every other day. I get heartburn, usually in the afternoon or the evening. It's not like terrible, but it's there. And speaking of that, I have to burp. Sorry. Yeah. So, where was I? Concentration, forgetfulness, blanking out, spacing out. Totally been getting that already. I don't know when that's supposed to start. They call it pregnancy brain or whatever, but where your hormone levels just make you slower. It'll be like I'm trying to concentrate on something or understand something someone is saying to me, or do something like cook breakfast or something like that, and it's like my brain it's like as if it was just driving through like a big mud puddle, and all of a sudden everything is just sludge, and I just have to stop, and it's literally like I'll have no thought for about 5 or 10 seconds, and like it takes actual effort to try and process it. It can be a little bit frustrating, but it's like a fog, and it just comes, and there's nothing I can do, which I don't really mind. I've been more like following my intuition about stuff. Like the past few weeks, I haven't felt like making videos at all. And like there would be like a small part of me that was like, come on, you need to do this. Come on, you love making videos. You know, it's fun. You'll be glad you made the videos. But I just haven't really been motivated to do it. And I don't think it's such a bad thing. We moved in about 3 weeks ago, and I've been focusing a lot on my house, getting my house together, and just spending time with my boyfriend. You know, all these things that I really didn't get to do when we first moved up here because of Hurricane Sandy and living in a hotel. So I feel like I really needed some time to just collect myself and be, and not keep having to strive to do things and do things externally, get gratification externally from making things and putting things out there and interacting with the world. So I am in maternity clothes now. Today I actually went through my whole closet, and I took about 75% of the clothes out and put them in a big box and put them in storage because I just don't or can't wear them anymore because they don't fit. I had a hard time with maternity clothes. The first time I went, well, my sister bought me a few items, and I went to exchange a couple of them because they didn't fit right. And I bought 2 pairs of jeans, and both of them, I thought they fit okay when I was in the store. They're a little loose, but I thought, you know, that's okay. I can wear like a looser style. But like when I actually went to wear them, you ever do that? You buy a pair of jeans and you wear them all day, and when you get home, they're like way saggier and baggier on you. Well, that's exactly how it was with those. And they were so saggy that I hated them, and I didn't want to wear them, and I was upset. So I went back the other day and bought 2 more pairs that fit me a lot snugger. It seems like I have to buy them almost like skin tight at the store for them to fit normal when I get home. I don't know what that is. If anyone else has experienced that with maternity jeans. But I have 2 pairs that I like now, and then I have the 2 backup pairs that are too big right now that maybe in 3 or 4 months will fit me just fine. I don't know. I got a few shirts. I had that same problem with the shirts, especially the ones that were made with cotton. They looked fine in the dressing room. I got home and I thought, oh my god, this is huge. And you know, when you have a belly, if you're putting on a shirt that's a little bit baggy makes you look bigger than you are. It makes you look like you're fat instead of pregnant. So I was not very happy about that. I went back and got a few more that fit me a little bit better. I think after they get a wash too, that'll help shrink up a little drier. So, yeah. That's that. I've gained, like, I don't know, it depends what I was at before I got pregnant. I was usually around 112, but I hardly ever weighed myself, so it could have been higher. It could have been like 113, 114. Last time I got weighed at the doctor's office, I was 120. So, it means I've gained like a little bit more than the 5 pounds they actually recommend you gain in the first trimester. I'm technically in the second trimester now. They count either the 13th or the 14th week as your second trimester, but I think the idea is after 13 weeks, you're in your 14th week, so you're really in your second trimester. So, yeah, I mean, second trimester is nice. I have a lot more energy. I still have to take naps. Sometimes the tiredness strikes me real bad at certain times of the day, but it's nothing like it was before. And hungry, oh my god. I have such an appetite that, especially the past week or so, I know he's growing really, really fast right now. He was almost 3 inches long when they measured him at my ultrasound on Wednesday, and I know between this week and the next, he grows to 3.5, and the week after that, he's 4 inches. So, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot for a tiny little baby, so I understand why I'm so hungry. But it's like I have to have 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners almost every day. Like, I know they say don't eat for 2. I'm not trying to. It's just that I get that hungry. Let's see. What else have I not talked about? We got some little baby clothes for him. I'll bring them out for my next time. I'll make a video. They're up in the closet right now. We got them for free at this church group. It was bringing donations and stuff for people with a hurricane. And we got like some cute little outfits for him. As for being a boy, they can't say for sure yet. We're going to have the gender ultrasound around like 18 weeks, I believe. It's not scheduled yet. I go back in 4 weeks for just a checkup, and then they're going to schedule it. But when I mentioned it to the technician, ultrasound lady, she said she did look like she saw a little something poking out from between his legs. And if you look at one of the pictures that we have of his legs up in the air, it's on my Facebook. It definitely looks like a little wiener sticking out between his legs. So I'm really, really excited. It's not that I would be disappointed if it was a girl. I would just be confused. It would take me a few days to get my head around it. But I'm almost positive it's a boy, and I can't wait to find out for sure. I don't know. I think a lot about seeing him and just being able to hold him in my arms now. Especially, I don't feel like I have to hide anymore. Now that I've told my family, I've told my employer. Something weird going on with that. I had been thinking I was going to have to try to start working on my astrology and tarot card business, like hardcore, because I thought I wasn't going to be able to work after the end of this semester. The kid I work for has autism. I take him to his college classes. And I thought after this semester that would be it, and then I would be on leave, and I wouldn't have an income. So I thought I was going to have to really get started reading people's charts and stuff, because I've gotten a lot of offers, but I haven't really started working on them. So that was my plan. I was like, well, okay, maybe this would be good because I could be home with the baby and I could still make money and all that. But then I went to talk to the counselor of the young man I work with, and she was like, well, you could just take a couple weeks off before the baby's born and a couple weeks of work off after, and then you could come back and you could take the baby with you. And I was like, at first I was like, well, kind of disappointed or annoyed, because I was like, well, no, I'm going to do my astrology business. I don't want to work at this job anymore. Then I started thinking about it. And man, you can't get a better deal than that, to be able to take the baby with me and still be making such and such amount of money per hour, which is pretty damn good income in my opinion for the work I have to do, which is not very much. I'd be able to breastfeed. I mean, I plan to exclusively breastfeed. I'd be able to take him to work with me, and you know, I would get to spend all that time with him and still be making my regular amount of money. So I definitely like the idea of having that job security, knowing I can do that if it comes down to it and works out for everybody. It puts a lot less pressure on Brian too, because we'll have both our incomes and won't be just depending on him. Been really lucky so far. We got the natural gas bill and the electric bill. The first ones for living at this apartment, they're way cheaper than I thought they were going to be. So I'm feeling pretty good about my finances and being able to support the baby and think about the future. So that feels good. Okay, so this is getting pretty long, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and upload, and maybe I'll make one in a few days if I have more I want to talk about. Otherwise, I'll see you in a week or two. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.